All right, we are live with Mr.Bake from BakerySwap. How are you doing today?
Hi, fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And Greg, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Excited to have Mr. Bake here joining us, giving us some insight on BakerySwap.
Yes, sir. And why don't we just get the insight going? Mr. Bake, why don't you tell us about yourself and BakerySwap?
Well, I have more than 10 years experience in traditional finance marketing, okay, I mean, in different marketing roles. 5 years experience in crypto, and 1 year experience in DeFi, okay? And here at BakerySwap, I manage the marketing operations, which include communication, organize events, and so on. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And we're going to ask you lots of BakerySwap questions, especially regarding the NFTs. And it sounds like you're the guy to talk to. So, in regards to your focus on NFTs, what caused you guys to really begin focusing on the NFT marketplaces?
Well, let me introduce first BakerySwap in 1 minute, okay? And then I'll talk you about NFTs, okay?
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Well, to keep it simple, BakerySwap, it's like the Facebook of DeFi, okay? Bakery is the all-in-one DeFi platform in Binance Smart Chain. And Bakery aims to be the reference place for all DeFi user needs by providing AMM, NFT marketplace, gamification, and Launchpad services. We think that this all-in-one concept helps to build a stronger ecosystem, as we have the ability to attract more users through our different services. And at the same time, all the services can benefit from that, okay? And regarding NFTs, we have a leading position, we believe, in all the segments, okay? But especially in the NFT marketplace, we have more than 500,000 transactions so far. And 3 of our NFTs in June were in the top 10 transactions across all blockchain. So we are focusing, of course, in NFTs. You asked me what caused this switch or BakerySwap switch to NFTs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to take in consideration that BakerySwap started its operations the 14th of September, and it was 2 weeks after the launch that we launched our first NFT, the bakery food NFT, the combo NFTs. Okay,
yeah.
So we were one of the first players to move into the NFT scene. We also opened NFT shops in October with the pets ecosystem. Okay, we opened a marketplace for artists the 1st of December. We opened the 1st of January. We opened the stake tokens earn NFTs. So we understood the potential of NFTs early and tried to explore the space to develop, okay, art and financial NFTs.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And you guys are now definitely, I would say, I mean, you can maybe shed some light on this, maybe the leading NFT platform on Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah. We are currently the leaders because we are having a broader approach. Okay, we have the shops for NFT gamification. Okay, where you can trade the food combos. One was traded for $300,000 2 weeks ago. We have also the cryptology shops. We have also shops like the Toko Crypto shop or the Binance shop, where you can trade also artworks or NFTs from those partners. And we have also the artwork. So we have a broad approach to NFTs, and that's why we think we are the current leaders.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's super exciting. It's funny that you touch on the bakery combos because I definitely had a handful of those. So probably be better off not checking the prices because I don't own any of those anymore. But
did you hold it? Did you hold the food combos or did you sell it?
I sold them. I had a few of
No.
them, but I sold them a while back. Yeah, so maybe that wasn't the best move, but it's kind of funny. Branching out further here, you did mention you guys are doing like multiple types of art. I think it's really interesting that you guys have kind of brought in a bunch of featured artists. How do you guys kind of find and select these artists, such as Sergi Stamp, Three Dots, and Custom Horror? Because I think it's really unique how you guys do it, and you tend to give insight on that as well.
Yeah, that's a good question. We have two strategies for that. Okay, we have one strategy that is search internal talent. Okay, we have a team of reviewers. When you are uploading an artwork in the open marketplace, we have a team of reviewers that are checking that it's not a fake artwork and so on. And those guys are telling us, hey, you have to interview this guy for featuring. Okay, so we have a reviewer team that is constantly looking for internal talent. Okay, and we also have a curator team that is proactively searching and contact good quality artists, for example, through Instagram and other platforms. And we are inviting them to join Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so we have these two strategies: one for the internal BakerySwap artists and one for external.
Gotcha.
And I wanted to ask more of a fundamental question to BakerySwap, which is, can you describe the difference between the bakery gallery and the bakery NFT marketplace, especially for potential new users on your platform to have a good understanding of it?
Yeah, of course. Well, Bakery Gallery is a curated marketplace for selected artists. Okay, not all the artists can exhibit there. So we are conducting a process of selecting them and to assure both the quality of the Bakery Gallery offer, and also we want to give tranquility, peace of mind to investors that are buying artworks from a Bakery Gallery, because we are doing this great job. So this is one of the main differences. The other difference is that in Bakery Gallery, we are organizing top events, and we are organizing also celebrity drops, like the May Mask drop or the Japanese stars drops. So Bakery Gallery, in a nutshell, is the curated marketplace that also hosts top events and celebrity drops, okay? While Bakery Marketplace is open to all artists, and we allow NFT trading for partners. We are setting them shops, and we also allow for a gamified finance trading. So these are the main differences between them. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like that addition. Kind of gives a curated marketplace as well. I think something that's really interesting is BakerySwap has obviously been growing exponentially. And this is something that is kind of interesting. I was browsing through your Medium posts, and I saw that you guys were looking to fill 2 positions this month, a NFT project manager and a content manager. Were you guys successful in this yet? I just think it's interesting because BSCNews is also rapidly expanding. So nice to hear some insight.
Yeah, we have not filled all the positions yet, but we have expanded the services through freelancers, okay? Because we are constantly looking to provide more good quality content, okay, to our platform. But I tend to agree with you. It's very difficult to find experienced talent in crypto.
Definitely.
And also, it's not easy to work fully remote. Okay, and these are you have to trust the person. Okay, and you need time for that. So I think one of the best approaches is to start little and grow bigger, no? And start a few hours and then grow. I think that this is one of the correct approaches here.
Yeah, definitely. And what has kind of been aside from that, what has kind of been one of the most difficult aspects of growth and innovation lately for the entire BakerySwap team?
Well, you know that in crypto space, like one day or 2 days, it's like 1 month or 2 months in real time, in real life. Okay, and the most difficult aspect here is to keep launching things, to keep delivering, and try to match the expectations of our bakers. And this is one of the most difficult aspects. The other one is that the proper recognition of its potential. As DeFi space expands, innovations with potential can go unrecognized. For example, look at barking sounds, Bark. We launched Bark 3 weeks ago, and we think that it's one of the it's the first time a collectible with video, sound, and it has been not recognized yet. So I think that this adds this difficulty. Okay.
Definitely, yeah. And part of that is just how volatile the market is, right? Like everyone's so excited 1 week and then the next everyone thinks the world's coming to an end. So that definitely plays a role. And I think that's interesting to get some insight there. It's not always like all the NFTs are hits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you mentioned Bark, and you also recently launched Crypto Doggies. And are you guys keeping a really heavy focus on IDOs? And I'm also curious to know about your team and how you divide that up in terms of who focuses on NFTs, who focuses on IDOs, or is it a team effort? Just kind of curious about your focus on future IDOs also.
Well, we have a team of business developments that are actively searching for IDOs and also analyzing all the IDO submissions to our website. But when we have to decide which ones to launch, it's like a team effort. Okay. And nowadays, we think that the combination of NFT and finance, like it was the case of Crypto Doggies, Bark, or even Tukao, I think that it's one of the most hot topics and with more growth potential. Okay, with more, for example, with Tukao, it's a new form with NFTs to connect fans with stars. They provide an added value in those NFTs. So we think that this kind of projects will keep having interest from investors, and that's what we are focusing right now.
Have you noticed, with this market downturn, any slowing in the submissions of new projects, or is everything still moving along how it, would say how it was 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah, we are. The market, okay, right now it's not. It's not very happy. Okay,
It's been rough.
So investors aren't happy also. Okay. And we think that the current moment is not the best one, and we have also noted in a decrease of some types of products. Okay, but we think that is a temporary dip. Okay, so.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, on some smaller short-term news, we did get a little bounce today across the board. So that's always nice to see. Maybe you can get a squeeze and continue higher. But kind of staying a little bit more on topic here. We did touch on this a little bit. So you guys are both AMM and NFTs, and obviously NFTs are something you guys have wanted to do from the beginning, and you found a lot of success. So it makes sense that that's kind of been your main focus. On the side of the DEX or automated market maker, is there any sort of innovations coming there? There is one thing I like about BakerySwap, and if I'm correct, your guys' emission rate is relatively low compared to a lot of other AMMs.
Yeah. As you know, BakerySwap is the all-in-one DeFi platform. Okay, so we try to give equal importance to each domain. Our strategy is to keep building this approach because we think that this concept helps to build a stronger ecosystem, as we have the ability, okay, as I said before, to attract more users through our different services. Okay, and our idea regarding AMM is to keep bringing new partners to the AMM, and yes, our ambition is to keep pushing it. Yeah.
Definitely.
And with Crypto Doggies, which we mentioned earlier, also that was a really successful IDO. Is there something that you do with the projects that launch with you? Do you build strong partnerships with them, and how do you go on supporting them? Especially let's talk about Crypto Doggies, I think, as an example to that.
Yeah. Well, Crypto Doggies for us is more than a meme token. It's a meme ecosystem with tokens, NFTs with collectible value and gaming. For example, why it's important for BakerySwap. I will give you one example. Last week, 3 rare collies NFTs were traded for combined $100,000. In order to get this volume in artworks, okay, for example, you need 1,000 transactions of $100. So for BakerySwap, it's very important to have this kind of partners, this kind of products, this kind of financial NFT products, because it's easier to increase the volume, the NFT transaction volume, and to allow us to compete with Ethereum peers. Okay, so that's why it's important. And CryptoDoggies ecosystem, it's a good example of the all-in-one DeFi concept that I told you before. We used, for example, the Launchpad to launch the Doggy token. Users could exchange those tokens at our DEX. Then they could use the Doggy token to purchase CryptoDoggies NFTs in our gamification zone. Then they could use both the token or the NFT to stake them for rewards, or even sell the NFT at our NFT marketplace. So all the bakery services are benefiting from this kind of product. That's why it's so important for us. And even some of our gamification projects, like soccer or poker or car, can even convert the NFT into a real world item. So that's the point here. CryptoDoggies helps to strengthen the bakery ecosystem.
Definitely, yeah. And I think that kind of follows along suit with your guys' kind of goals for IDOs to continue adding NFT projects to your ecosystem. And I think it's really unique how you kind of incorporate them in your platform and do that. Something that kind of falls along the lines of this, and I kind of was scrolling again through the medium and saw this as almost like the next big goal for BakerySwap. And I know you guys haven't released too much, but it's kind of this idea with a metaverse that was teased and released in one of your Medium articles, and it kind of touches on Crypto Doggies gamification and sort of like the entire aspect of having BakerySwap as the Facebook of DeFi or Binance Smart Chain. Could you elaborate just a little bit more on kind of what is to come out of that, if possible?
We have already launched a first version of the CryptoDoggies game, okay, which is a fight between dogs. Okay, you have to log in with your NFT in order to play the game. We are going to release few updates regarding to the game. We are going to allow the dogs to have equipment, to have attack equipment or defense equipment, okay? And we will also sell those items in our bakery marketplace. So our idea is to keep growing this cryptologies game model, okay? And besides that, we plan to build a metaverse, okay? We think that Bakery Swap is an excellent position, an excellent situation to build this metaverse because we have experience in token and NFT management. We have experience in how to the wallet address can serve as the user's identity system. We have experience in liquidity mining, in token and NFT staking. We were the first to do it, okay? And we have also experience in tokenization in mapping virtual assets to real assets, like we did with soccer, that you can convert the NFT into a real world soccer. So we believe that we are in an excellent position to build that metaverse that will link all the projects from BakerySwap into one universe. And the idea here is to keep building the game, but also to keep building, for example, regarding the bakery gallery, a virtual exhibition with 3D and virtual reality. Okay, so we are going to combine all the services, all the products from BakerySwap into this metaverse. That's one of the things we are focused right now.
Definitely. I think that's something that's incredibly unique. You guys have kind of got in front of the NFT space. We're able to you guys have a ton of volume on the Binance Smart Chain, and now you sort of have this ecosystem and are developing towards this longer term goal to kind of solidify BakerySwap. And I think that's incredibly unique. You gave a ton of insight today, which was great. Talked about all sorts of the NFTs. I'm really excited about the metaverse. I think that's kind of just cool and unique, something different than other projects are doing. It's also nice to kind of see how fast BakerySwap rapidly expanded. Like you were saying, you guys launched in September of last year, kind of when the Binance Smart Chain first came out, and you guys were one of the first platforms. So it's cool to see all the growth and kind of where you've came and where the team continues to look to expand for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We believe that gamification will help us to have an edge against competition. Okay, and we think we are in a good position to do it.
And I wanted to just poke into this metaverse concept a little more, because you mentioned the VR and like that 3D world you can go into. Is this the type of deal where you might be able to buy land or, and some similar things we've seen before, but now you're just like really wrapping DeFi into it? Or am I way off on that and it's a totally different deal? I'm just curious.
I cannot disclose those details yet, okay, about the metaverse, but what we have in mind is very, very close to what you are saying. Yeah. Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's what we have in mind.
Perfect. Yeah, I think we can kind of wrap that up there. You gave a ton of insight, Mr. Bake. I'm excited to kind of watch what happens further with BakerySwap, and I'm sure there'll be tons of new news to kind of report out there. And I'll just be on the lookout for that as well as the entire team. So that's something to be excited for.
We've also lately bring celebs to Binance Chain, and we are very proud of that because, for example, Luna Maya or Ian Somerhalder with 50 million followers combined in Instagram have talked about BakerySwap, have talked about Binance Smart Chain. So we are very proud to contribute to the Binance ecosystem growth. Okay. we will keep doing it, and we will have more surprises soon. So stay tuned to BakerySwap. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Mr. Bake. Looking forward to seeing what you guys put out, especially with this metaverse.
Okay.
I love that type of stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yep.
Thank you.
It was great. It was great chatting.